Hello, people. I'm Detroit Miracle. Yes, and indeed. Right now, I am here to talk about inflation or prices going up on everything and anything. In fact, it seems like they've been skyrocketing so high that eventually a candy bar is going to cost $1 million. Yeah, people, it's that serious. The whole thing with inflation and prices being driven up, it really creates another population or civilization of poverty and poor people. Because if things get so high that you can't afford it, then you suffer. So the middle class doesn't suffer as much, or they aren't as affected by higher prices as the poor are. And we know the rich people do not have to worry about any of that anyway, because they have so much money that they can shop and spend all day and night. So what does it matter if they raise the prices or prices show increases on items all over the place? Hey, rich people can afford it. They get tax breaks more so than the poor people or middle class do. So people, that seems to be it. The politicals don't do nothing about it. They don't address the issue, and the people do not care anyway. They don't care to ask their political candidates, hey, look, what about this? What about that? So it's like everybody cares about themselves, and they want things to be made better from a magical wand or a spell or something. But hey, the people that take on these positions in society where they claim to be able to fix things and make things better for people in general, and if they do so, then they are held to that particular agreement, where then you can go and say, wait a minute, but these prices are still going up instead of dropping. What's up with that? Then we know it's always, they didn't allow me to do it. They vetoed this, they vetoed that. And there's talking around it and using fancy talk and throwing in innuendos and then bringing up the stuff that you did do where it didn't matter as much as the stuff that you wanted them to do. Well, I'm not going to turn this message into a attack on political officials like that. I had to bring that up, though, to let you know that, hey, if you are capable and able and you claim to be able to help and make a remedy and a solution for all of these problems, and then when you don't, what then? You shouldn't be accountable for them? I'm saying for those that do claim that they are going to help improve the conditions of societies and things like that. Yeah, people, but they're trying to make this into a rich man's world. They look at poor as being non-essential and non-viable. They don't really care about the poor people. I mean, the powers that be, the governing bodies, the rich classes, the rich people, the suburban communities and things like that. They do not care about the poor communities or poor people. But if you are poor and you have the right and power to vote as a collective, then they care about you then. But yeah, people, if society as a whole doesn't get this thing under control as far as the prices going up, then it's going to be a rich person's world where only rich people can afford to live in it and live comfortable. Yeah. I see that as being a possibility with inflation, things being driven up. And then when wars happen, prices skyrocket from that too and go out of order, and just people are fed up with that whole thing. So, I'm saying that if you don't want it to get to that point where this is a rich man's world where the riches live the most comfortable lives and pleasant lives, but the poor have to scrap for everything and they have to work double shifts, triple shifts just to be able to buy food and pay bills. If you don't want it to come to that, then you better get something together, get a plan, a working plan together, where you want to take it to your officials and say, look, you have to cut this out. Either you don't do what you promised to do, or we're going to find another way. We're going to start electing people on our own from communities and just say they can run things, and probably much better than you can as a political official. And I mean, I'm talking about the city council people, the Senate, House of Representatives, governors, presidents, vice presidents, everybody. And I'm talking about the rich, wealthy, greedy businessmen, the rich, greedy corporations that don't care much for the people because they underpay their people and overwork their people. Yeah, people are overworked and underpaid, and who benefits from that? The wealthy. Yeah, people. Well, I want you all to smoke that over, and please give me those comments. Let me know how you feel about that, and I would appreciate likes too, and your subscriptions. Thank you.